Chen. Last time we learned set, today we'll learn Venn diagram. A Venn diagram consists of a universal set represented by a rectangle, and the sets within it are usually represented by circles. We will start to explain Venn diagrams by using two examples. The first example is if U consists of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and set E consists of 2, 3, 5, and 7, we need to list the set E complement and use Venn diagram to show E and E complement. Now, first of all, we draw a rectangle to represent the universal set, okay? And we draw a circle which represents the set E. And we fill in the circle with the elements in set E that are 2, 3, 5, and 7. And the E complement, last time we learned E complement. E complement consists of all the elements that are not in set E, but are in the universal set. So we start to check with 0. 0 is not in set E, so 0 should be in the E complement. We'll do the same thing to 1 to 7 to check whether they are in set E or not, and then we'll find E complement consists of 0, 1, 4, and 5. Okay, now we already draw the circle for E. All these numbers, elements, will go into the remaining area here. We just put 0, 1, 4, and 5 in the area outside the circle, but in the rectangle to represent the E complement. Okay, that's the first example. Now let's look at another example, which is a little bit more complicated. Consider the set U, which consists of all the integers that are greater or equal to 0 and less or equal to 12. And set A consists of 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11. And set B, which consists of 1, 3, 6, 7, and 8. Now we need to show A and B on a Venn diagram. First of all, we draw a rectangle to represent the universal set. Okay? Second thing we need to do is to draw two circles to represent A and B respectively. But before we draw the two circles, we need to think about whether the two circles would overlap or not. In order to find whether they would overlap or not, we can just look at A and B, whether they have common elements or not. Look at A and B. We will find that they both have 3 and 7 in common. So these two circles will overlap. So now we draw two circles that would overlap, name them A and B. And because 3 and 7 are in common for these two sets, so we will fill in this overlap area with 3 and 7. Now we fill in the rest of A with the numbers that are in set A but are not 3 and 7, that are 2, 5, and 11. We will do the same for the rest of set B. They will be this part, the rest of B, will be filled with 1, 6, and 8. Okay. Now, there are only 8 numbers here, but there are 12 numbers in the U, so we will write all other numbers that are not in set A or B in the remaining area outside these two circles. There are 0, there are 4, 9, 10, and 12. That's how we use the Venn diagram to show two sets that overlap. Okay. And all other numbers that are not in set A and B will be put in the remaining area outside the two circles but are in the rectangle. That's how we use Venn diagram to show this. Okay. Next thing we'll learn is about union set and intersection set. These two are very important in the Venn diagram, this topic, and in the exams, there usually will be questions asking about this. union set first, and intersection set. Union set means that is a set consists of all the elements that are in A or in B, and that can be written as this. So if you see A union B, that means the union set of set A and set B. In this example, we see 2, 5, 11, 3, 7. These 5 elements are in set A. So these 5 elements will be in this union set. And also 1, 6, 8 are in set B. So these 3 numbers will be in the union set as well. So the union set of A and B will be consisting of 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 11. There will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 numbers in the union set here. Now, intersection set. Intersection set means the set will consist of the numbers that are in A and in B. So it means that numbers should be in common in set A and B. So from this example, we will see 3 and 7 are in common for set A and B. So the intersection set of A and B will equal to 3 and 7. Okay, that is union set and intersection set. Okay, then what about 2 sets that do not have anything in common? What are these sets called? If there's a case where U consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and set A consists of 1, 2, set B consists of 4 and 5. Now you see, when we draw the Venn diagram to show A and B, it would be A here, 1, 2, B here, 4, 5, 3, and 6 would be outside the 2 circles. And these 2 circles won't overlap because they don't have anything in common. So the intersection set of A and B will be an empty set. If the intersection of 2 sets is an empty set, we call these 2 sets are disjoint. So if 2 sets are disjoint, the intersection set of these 2 would be an empty set. Okay. In order to further study the union set and intersection set, we will now do another example. Consider there is a universal set here, U, and the set C and set D. 3, 9, 7, 1, 2, 5, 4, 8, and 6. Now, first thing we do is to list the set C. In order to list set C, we will just write all the elements that are in C, this circle. And we use the black to draw the set D. It will be clear. Okay. Now we will write all the elements that are in the blue circle for C. So that's 1, 3, 7, 9. These 4 elements are in the set C. The second thing is to find set D. All the elements that are in the black circle will be the elements in set D. So D consists of 1, 2, and 5. Okay. The third question is to write down the set, universal set. Universal set will consist of all the numbers in this rectangle, including the area here and the 2 circles. So let's start with 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So there are 9 numbers in this rectangle in total, so there will be 9 elements in the universal set. Next question, we want us to find out the intersection set of set C and D. Intersection, we said that already, is the element that are common in set C and D, from the Venn diagram, it is shown by the area that is the overlap of the two circles. So the intersection set of C and D would be just 1. Okay, next question is to find the set C union D. That is the union set of set C and D. It means all the elements that are going to C and belong to D will be in the union set here. So we just look for all the elements in C and D. That would be 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay. This is a question that is about the union set and intersection set. If we make it clearer, it would just be how to shade the intersection set and union set. We'll just give you one rectangle, 2 circles. This is the union set. This is set A, set B. We'll ask you to shade the area that can represent the union set of A and B. How to shade it? Just now we said all the elements that go into A or B will be in the union set. So just all the area of this circle A and all the area of circle B will be in the union set. So these two parts will be the union set of A and B. Now how to draw the intersection set of A and B? So we use the union set first. A and B here. Intersection means the overlap area. So just look for the area that belongs to both. That would be the intersection set of A and B. Okay. Very good. Now next we'll learn how to use Venn diagram to illustrate regions. That will be a little harder than this one. Now on separate Venn diagrams, shade the region representing in A or in B, but not in both. In A or in B, but not in both. So first of all, we can just draw this one first. In A, right? Or in B means they can happen at the same time, but not in both. We look for the area that are in both circles, that are this area, because it is not included in the set, so we need to erase it. So only this part and this part would be the answer. Let's do another question to practice the Venn diagram with intersection set and the universal set. Now we have 2 circles here, and I wanted to shade the region that can represent the intersection set of set A and B complement. Intersection, it means you go to A and complement B. So first of all, we shade the area A, and for A, it should not in B. So we see this overlap area, which is in A, but it also belongs to B. So this one shouldn't be the answer. We just remove it. Then that would be the answer here. So only this part, which belongs to A but not belongs to B, will be the answer. Now, second question. Is to find the union set of set A and complement B. For union, it means goes to A or goes to complement B, what we'll do. So we just add them together. We find the area for A first, it will be this one. And then we just add B complement. We just find the B complement area. That is the area that is outside the B circle, so all of it would be For this one, for intersection set, it would be very careful, is because we can draw the can draw the first set here, and then find the common area of these two, and that's the answer. Now let's do another intersection set first. How to find the complement set of intersection set of A and B. First of all, we need to find the intersection set of A and B. That is the common area of circle A and circle B. So that's the shaded. This is the intersection set of A and B. But we need the complement of it. It means all other places, all other area, remaining area, except for this one would be the answer. So we just move it and shade all other things outside this small, like eye-shaped area. And that is the answer for complement of A intersect B. The last question would be in exactly one of A or B. In exactly one of A or B, it means it cannot be in A and B at the same time. So it means we are looking for only in A or only in B, because it's or. So it is not intersection set, should be union set. So we look for exactly in A first, that would be this area, and we look for the area that represents only in B, that should be this part. This is or, so we just put them together, that would be the answer for in exactly one of A or B. Okay. Now, we would do another way, is to describe in words the shaded region. How to describe this region in words? This one means it is in X, right? But X set is the whole circle here. It doesn't include this area. So how can we describe this shaded area? It should be only in X, but not in Y, right? Okay, the second one, how to describe this in words? Okay, this part would be a little bit complicated. Okay, we can describe one by one. There are two areas. This area is both in X and Y, right? Both in X and Y. Okay, now this one would be, or this one would be neither in X nor Y. So here, if we use or, it means we can happen at the same time, just like addition or way to numbers. So here, if we want to get two areas, we can just do find the first area first, and then or the second, how to describe the second area, and put them together by using the or. Now that's how we describe the shaded area. Okay, very good. This is today's lesson. I hope that you understand it well. If you still have any questions, you can come to me after the class.